Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kwame Opa Weeks, the Director General of the Liberian News Agency. And again, we're tagging along with the President of the Republic of Liberia, His Excellency Dr. George Mane Weah. And we're here. Yesterday, we managed to film this particular campus, historical campus. But today, we managed to get an exclusive interview with Dr. Wreh-Wilson. Dr. Wreh-Wilson is the president of this particular university, which was established in 1978. You know, this place used to be a technical college, then upgraded to university in 2009, apparently by an act. I see behind the prop there, it says Transformation for Worthy Service. Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, good afternoon.
If you don't mind, you could speak up a little bit
Okay.
louder for us. So yesterday, I filmed this particular for university, and the reason, because you know, education is one thing that is so dear to this particular president, and to find out that you have this massive structure here. Next thing is we have to go to those who quarterback or who are quarterbacking the success of this particular building. You care to tell our viewers your name, a little bit about you and this particular university, and then you're going to take us on an expedition ride and show you this entire campus. Take it away, sir.
Yeah, my name is Elliott Wreh-Wilson. I was born here in Maryland County a long time ago.
Okay. You speak Grebo?
During the Tubman era.
Okay.
Primarily I speak Kru. I understand Grebo.
That's good.
I understand the different kinds of Grebo, from River G to Maryland, but my principal language is Kru.
Okay.
My parents were from Grand Kru. But they, as you correctly said, the president values education, and we've heard his speeches, and we thought coming here will highlight what we're doing here. As you see, transformation for worthy service. Our objective here is to train young people for the future, for the state and for industry. Some of them will have to go into doing government work, social work, community work, and they have to work in our factories, in our banks, in every other place. So we are cognizant of that. And so therefore our programs are targeted toward preparing them for service.
So basically you're not private, you're government.
We're government owned and operated and funded.
100% subsidized.
100%.
Okay, so you're UL little brother.
Yes.
Okay, so I mean,
if you want to call it that way.
Me, I won't put it in.
We're UL cousins.
Okay,
we're
right.
Cousins.
I like to put it in layman terms.
We're cousins.
Okay, first I want you to introduce your staff, and then we're going to delve into what you offer, challenges, when you got here, and so forth.
Right here, where I'm standing, I have Dr. S. Benson Bar.
Okay, Doc, you want to come in? Doc, so let's take the camera over to, yeah, go ahead.
Dr. Benson Bar is the Vice President for Administration. He's an old hand in education. As you know, he was once the Dean of the Douglas School of Medicine at the University of Liberia for many years. More recently, he was at the Grand Jida Community College, where he retired and moved to Tubman University. He began as Dean of the Nursing College, of the College of Health Sciences, and then we moved him up to administration because of his expertise and his knowledge in dealing with higher education. And we're happy, very happy. I am gratified to have him on board.
Okay, so we'll leave from that.
I call him my right-hand man.
Okay, I like that.
I don't make decisions without Dr. Bar.
Okay, that's on your right hand here.
This young man you see is Mr. Anthony Siakor. He's our Associate Vice President for everything in between, registration, technology, retention.
So that's the digital guy here.
Yes, he's the digital man.
Okay.
And I will allow both of them to say a few things about themselves, at least 30 seconds.
Okay, before we go, so who go first? The younger guy or the older man?
Well, let's start with the younger man.
Okay, right. So go ahead, my brother.
It's a privilege to serve here at Tubman University.
Okay.
I was called by Dr. Wreh-Wilson when he saw a greater need for the infusion of technology in learning here at Tubman University. I have been at Cottington, retired, and so I come with a lot of experience.
Did I hear you say retire as young as you are?
I look young, but I'm not young. Yes, we got a policy there. After 10 years, you can retire.
Oh,
And I
okay,
served
okay.
for 13 years.
Oh, okay.
Well, I have a lot of experience in technology. Started with BWR, Lamco, and then the great United States.
Okay.
Where I was also.
Where about in the States?
Maryland.
Okay.
It's a coincidence in Maryland here as
okay.
well.
Yeah, that's the East Coast.
Yeah. So I'm here to help digitize the system where we have learning and teaching. Wherever we have technology that can do the job best.
And you're from the U.S. And you and myself know there is a blackboard where we go to get our grades. You get you register online, e-learning, and all of that. Where are we when it comes to that same system here? So you don't have student-teacher contact, where students will be held, a ransom, a hostage. Oh no, if you don't give me this, or if I don't give you a hug, or you don't rub my head, blah blah blah, and all of that.
Yes, we have a challenge here, which is the internet. But right now, as I speak to you, we are working on a project that is initiated by the Ministry of Education.
Okay.
And what we are doing now is, in fact, it's in partnership also with the University of Liberia. There are supposed to be 2 smart classrooms here.
That's good.
And the same at University of Liberia.
And when you say smart classroom, for our ordinary viewers or those wanting to come to the school, so I enter my smart classroom. What do I see?
Where you will see the big screen,
okay,
like television,
projectors.
Yeah, projectors, and so the interactions with learning and teaching is in the background. We do have internet. We have databases,
okay,
that have hyperlinks on that particular board.
Okay.
And so it's just a matter of touch, and then you can bring in whatever you want to talk about. You can also connect to other resources outside of your university.
Okay, that's good.
If you have that
hyperlink. You mean webinars and
yes.
Okay.
Yes. And so basically, in that classroom, you have a lot of resources available to you.
So I will have access to my own computer, though it's not like my own, but something stationed on maybe next to, and then other students can come and read.
Each classroom will have about 30 computers.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. And the good thing you got, the internet here is 4G, so it's on like, let's move to Dr. Ba. Dr. Ba, I know we're from the same place. Earlier we spoke and you said, look, I know your dad and all of that. He used to spank me, but that's not a good thing for now today.
Very good thing. Very, very good.
I know.
I appreciate him.
Okay. Here you are. Normally you should be retiring. Why are you giving back to your country? Why is it important that you're giving back to your country?
As long as God gave me life and I have the strength to serve, I will serve my people.
Wow.
Because the education that I got was gotten through the sweat of the Liberian people. I went to medical school without paying a dime.
So you got scholarship from Liberia.
Scholarship from
and
the
people
Liberian
people
government.
hearing this, you got a scholarship from Liberia. You didn't take it for play.
No.
You were very serious.
No.
You went. You didn't do the brain drain thing.
Exactly,
You came back,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
even in your old age, when you're supposed to
I
be
am-
celebrating with your grandkids, great grand,
Yes,
here you
yes.
are giving back to country.
I just celebrated a month before last, my 75th birth anniversary.
No way.
And I want to thank God for it. And I thank the Liberian people for giving me the opportunity to go to medical school. And I want to thank the American government also for giving me the opportunity to go do my master's in public health at Johns Hopkins. And,
You went to Johns
I went
Hopkins?
to Johns Hopkins, and I came back and I went to Honolulu to do a course in district epidemiological activities, and I'm back in this country to serve. And as long as I'm here, unless I'm not able to walk or to talk, I will continue to serve.
Let me ask, thank you so much. Let me ask you, I mean, I'm in the midst of a lot of professionals and it makes me feel good about my country. What do you say to those Liberians that are just out there in maybe developed countries armed with free internet and a smartphone and they continue to batch their country? I mean, look at all professional men like you. He studied all these outbreaks and so forth as an epidemiologist, also medical doctor, dean of our only medical school, and all of these great titles he has behind him. Why do we not celebrate Liberia like before?
Well, we're human beings and we go through phases in life. Some people are still at the rebellion stage where they rebel against everything. Some people have graduated from that where they begin to appreciate life and the gifts of our country, people to them. So people are going to speak differently about country and government and even people.
But they're indoctrinating people. People are following them.
Yeah, that's part of life. Hopefully our educational system will substitute for the kind of counseling that is needed.
Right, so I like that word.
So that people can see the difference between all the rhetoric and the right talk. Like Dr. Ba was saying, in those days, I was born in the 50s, so we were disciplined. They could whip your hand or your buttocks. There was no problem. So we came out a different way.
Yeah, today, me too. I got those.
Today the young people can insult the president of the university and it's fine. And they can get away with it. They can even throw stones at the administration building. They can break down the administration building.
Wow.
And some people will say that's fine. I see it as young people going through these various phases of life.
Right.
Yes. But
you think the war play a part in this?
Well, yeah, changes that have come to the world, some of them are, look, all the changes are good. It just depends on how we embrace the change.
Right.
For example, somebody gives you a knife to peel your orange, and you take that knife and you stick it in your sister's eye. So you use the same knife, the good knife, for peeling your orange.
Right.
Then you use it for the wrong purpose.
I like that analogy.
The idea that we have free speech does not permit us to insult people or go too far in bashing people or saying scurrilous things about people, even if we know those things are false. So I see it on the internet, but that's part of the modern way of life.
When I walked in your office, I noticed the Minister of Finance, and you guys were in a little huddle later on. You got called in there and so forth. What's your interaction or what's your connection with this particular government, and how are they helping to meet your challenges out here? And I know you have some.
Yeah, the university is principally a place where intellectuals come to create knowledge and share that knowledge with the students who come. Intellectuals come here, what we call book people.
I know.
They come here, they create knowledge. So they have something to offer students. Those students come at intervals, 4-year intervals. Some come for 5-year intervals. They get some of that knowledge and they're supposed to go out there. Now, some students come and they want to determine how they're taught. Some students come, they want to determine how the university is governed. Some students come, they want to determine how university resources.
They want to impose their own will?
Well, they see themselves as administrators also. But if we go that route, then everybody will become an administrator. So we can't go that way. But then there are forces out there who support them. I hate to say this, but you know, some people are looking for instability at our institutions and in our country, and in that way they can make the country ungovernable or unmanageable. We who have been entrusted with the responsibility to be at these institutions, we have to keep our eyes open and our ears open There's a time when we can speak back to them.
Right.
There's a time when we can step back and just hear them. When we speak back to them, they say we've been rude to them. When we hear them, they want to take over. And they think we have no obligation to resist them. So they're back and forth. The minister is here primarily because we have to support those intellectuals who are here.
Right.
You have to support us so we can. This is not private school, so we don't have private resources. Not many people gave donations to the university if it is private.
Right.
I mean, if it is public. Once they know it's a public institution, they tell you government gave you all the money.
Yeah.
But government doesn't have all the money. Even in the great Western universities, people give to government universities.
Yeah, public
Here
universities.
it's difficult to see that happening. For our part, everybody wants to come here. Everybody wants a job here. They meet me in the street, they want a job. If you don't give them a job, they say things.
Wow.
They
Okay.
say things.
Hold your thought right there. When we go out there under the tree, I don't want to take you guys standing. Take us on this ride and let's see what the campus looks like.
It's a beautiful campus.
Ignore my camera.
It's a beautiful campus.
Yeah.
Behind me is the administration building.
Okay, so that's the administration building right there.
This is an annex to the administration building.
Okay.
We have our human resource office. We have our finance office. We have our publication office. We have the radio station.
You got a station here?
We have a radio station.
Oh, wow.
It was donated by some good Liberians in the United States.
Okay.
They decided to make these donations.
Did they want their names go low key or?
No, we know them. They are good friends of us, of the university.
Okay.
In fact, they are the biggest supporters of the university. Friends of Liberia, they call themselves.
Friends of Liberia.
Friends of Tubman University, that's how we know them. They come often and they see us. These are professionals and they're in the States. They're non-governmental. They're not interested in Liberian politics. They just want to help Tubman University survive. This is our student cafeteria, general cafeteria.
Okay, so that's the cafeteria right there. Okay.
There's a palaver hut. People can congregate here and have their lunch or have their drinks and chit-chat, as we say. So that's what it is.
And that one there?
That one there was just built when I came here 2 years ago.
Okay.
We call it the TU Pavilion, the Tubman University Pavilion.
What is it? It's multi-purpose?
Multi-purpose auditorium.
Okay.
Everything we do will come here. We used to go to town to rent for any assembly. So now we can do our graduations.
I like it.
Here.
I like it.
Yeah.
It's COVID friendly.
Yes.
I like it.
Yes. That was the idea.
The guys were well thinking ahead.
We were thinking ahead. If you enclose it, then we have a problem.
One thing you have that the rest of universities don't have in the entire republic is space, the greenery, the quietude.
Yes.
You know, the relaxation. You're studying them. It's so mesmerizing.
Now you understand why I'm here. It brings me back home, but it also brings me back to the way I grew up. I grew up with nature around me. This is a very attractive place. This is the kind of place people want to come.
Right.
You see some of our teachers come and they stay. They just love this place.
Right.
And they want to work with the young people who come. Unfortunately, as I was saying, there are outsiders who think this is too pristine, this is too good, not to be spoiled. And they are influencing the kids to do these things. So finance is a problem, support is a problem. So sometimes we have needs, but the students define those needs as deficiencies.
Okay.
They think the university is defective because we didn't have one professor this semester. That is possible, we couldn't find a professor.
Right.
Not many people want to come to Harper. As you can see, a good number of our faculty happens to be foreign. And if we can't find Liberians, then we go foreign. We have Nigerians, Ghanaians, Sierra Leoneans, Ivorians.
Teachers, professors.
Yes, they're here. They're here. Some of them are administrators. This is the Filipinos. This is where we are.
And it is good that the diversity, especially when it comes to learning and all of that. This one of the great attribute of a good university. Yeah.
So we value diversity, not for the sake of diversity, but because it helps us advance our institutional goals. We're not just preparing young people for Liberia. We're preparing young people to be able to live anywhere, everywhere around the world.
I looked at your numbers when it comes to those who have graduated from this particular university.
Yeah.
I see Maryland is taking almost 90%, and then followed by Grand Crew, a little bit of that chunk right there, and then River G County.
Yeah.
Why are you not getting folks coming from Montserrado and all of these places? I know you got a couple of Nigerians.
Yeah. Well, we got people from Montserrado.
But they're in the single digits.
Well, when they come, they say we are from Maryland because Marylanders in Montserrado send their children back here.
Yeah.
Grand Crew people in Montserrado send their children back here. People from Grand Jita in Montserrado send their children back here. The thing here is that the university is open. The university, we've never turned any child away because they are from a particular county. In fact, we bend over backwards to bring them. We have policies that said we have to have every county here. So every county is represented. Some counties, it's difficult to find students from there, especially the remotest counties.
Right.
Like Lofa, for example.
Right.
It's not that we're getting students from Lofa. We're getting students from Montserrado who happen to be Lofa people.
You think the road plays a serious,
it's
a
the
major
distance.
problem?
It's the distance, not just the road. People are afraid to send their children too far away from home. And the road complicates the issue. It adds to the worry. So I hear the roads are bad. I'm not going to send my child over there. But we got good news now that the road is being looked at critically.
Yeah.
It's part of the pro-poor agenda, and we hope the government gets all the resources they need to connect this country so that when the children are here, they can go for a long weekend, they can go home. If you are in Harper.
Are you guys looking at farming?
Definitely. You will see around our campus we have these fences. We're doing basic farming around campus.
Okay, the president said we should grow what we eat and eat what we grow.
We have 4 of these farms.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I see them.
You see that one?
Yeah, I see them.
We have 4 of them around this campus.
Oh, wow.
So this is another one. You see? So this one's getting ready for the senior class in the agriculture college.
What you do? You got piggery, animal husbandry?
No, we have not gone to animals.
Okay.
Because once you do that, then you have to go to feeding them and treating them.
Right.
That costs for a lot of money.
Okay.
If you don't have the money, then you
grow vegetables. You strictly crops for now, vegetables.
Yes. So we're into vegetable farming.
Yeah.
Of course, we have a very large farm.
What are these structures there?
This used to be our main building. This used to be all our classes were held here, and there's a small building across the road where we used to have classes.
Okay.
This end has our computer lab, our science lab, our agriculture lab. Quite recently, what's that group that gave things for agriculture? SAPEC. Quite recently, SAPEC made a donation, so we moved. You will see a green building all the way up there.
So you're telling me that this campus is all the way up there?
Yes, that's our building up there.
No way.
It's the agricultural unit. So this building was the only building for classroom. When I came,
this campus is bigger than Legon.
When I came in 2018, that structure, I want you to see it. That's the one we put up to reduce the stress on this building. Now we have sufficient classrooms. The teachers now can have space. So that's the building we pull up. We're still paying for that building. It was pre-financed by a businessman in this county, who happens to be a Grable man and a good friend of the university.
And he's giving back?
Yes, he's giving back. But but we have to pay him.
I know.
You see, he gave us the money, and we built the structure, and it's right there. Behind that building, there is another building that was donated about 8 years ago or 9 years ago by UNICO.
Okay.
It was intended for polymer science, but polymer science is an expensive science. This is the plastic business, the rubber business. we couldn't go that route because there was no money to hire the professors for that kind of discipline. So we put our engineering students there.
Wow.
And
you guys have great ideas, just that you just need the back end and the support.
Yes. Quite recently, we got the idea that there's a building here to our right. You will soon see it.
Okay.
It's not completed. It's been there for quite a while, maybe 6-7 years, and not completed because we haven't had the funds to complete it. We want to make it the engineering college.
What are those?
Those are faculty residences.
Okay, these are, wow.
Yeah. When the university started, you couldn't find people to come here. And we were coming out of war.
Right.
And so the university decided to invest in housing, and most of the teachers were foreign. We couldn't find Liberians to come here. So you bring a foreigner here, you give them...
Yeah.
So we had to have a security force to protect this place. And we still maintain that security force because a lot of people come from around here who like to attack the campus and steal things.
Oh, wow.
They destroyed the original. This was a building. This was the principal engineering building on campus.
And
it was ransacked.
No way.
By criminals during the war. The roof gone, everything gone, and we're trying to put it back together.
Yeah, the structure is still there.
We're trying to put it back together to have our engineering college back again. So, and these buildings were renovated after the war. They was ransacked. Okay. Everything was taken.
So, Doc, not to take up your whole time, we're just going to go up there, right here. Maybe I'll pan our camera there, you talk a little bit, and then we can just go up there and get a, or maybe we'll get this, we'll go get a couple of seats out there.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, but let's look, let me put my camera this way. What's up there?
Well, that's the administrative residences to your left.
On the left?
Yeah, the president lives in the house.
Okay.
President Weah is on campus now. He lives in here, in that compound.
Okay.
That tall building you see is our single dormitory. It houses both males and females. We don't have money to build a second one to separate the gender. So we put the males on one wing, and we put the females on another wing, and we have people there
monitoring
24 hours around the clock.
That's a good one.
Security and counselors. That's what they do. But,
wow.
It's a beautiful place. This is where, when the college started, this is where the faculty used to live.
So that particular tower is on the land?
Yes, it's on the land, but it's for Lone Star.
Right.
Yeah, this is the Lone Star Tower.
How did it get there?
Well, we met it here. I think they pay some royalties I think they pay some royalty to the city or to the county, not to the university.
Why not the university?
Well, that's the arrangement. I don't intend to fight that battle. I got more on my hands here.
Right, they should be giving, they should normally, these cell phone companies, man, they should be giving back to the university. The students going to need more when it comes to the internet and all of that.
This year, Lone Star.
And I hope the president can watch this broadcast. And no, for real.
Lone Star is giving back this year.
Okay, that's a good one.
They're supporting our Queen rally.
Okay, that's good.
About 8 years ago, they supported our science labs. They have not come back there yet. We've been trying to influence them to support it. Hopefully we can name it after them. So we need a chemistry lab, a permanent chemistry lab, a physics lab, and those kinds of things.
Let's get you some seat. You know, it's so windy and beautiful out here. Guys, those of you watching in the numbers, man, you should be here in Harper, Maryland County, where the magic happens. I mean, I'm here in the midst of greatness. Prof, you want to take a seat? Doc? Okay. So we're waiting while we're waiting on Dr. Ba, let's talk about, you know, I've been following the news about this campus. Have you ever experienced some sort of strike action?
Well, from the vantage point of the staff, the teachers, and the employees, no, we've not had any strike actions from those people. Before those things happen, these are older people who understand the reasons for which the people tend to plan strikes. For example, if it's about delay in pay, then they soon realize that the pay is coming.
Okay.
And since this new administration, with the pro-core agenda, we have not had delays in our salaries. Our salaries are in fact current.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead. Yeah, yeah.
So they have not. But the university has been rocked by student demonstrations for years.
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, every time, as I said earlier, every time they don't understand something, they tend to do a demonstration. They do these, perform these acts to find redress. The more recent one was the engineering students did not have 2 of their teachers in place. As president, you don't know everything. The people that are supposed to be in charge, when they come to meeting, you ask questions.
Right.
Is everything fine? If the people say yes, everything is fine, then they're supposed to be fine. And then sometimes it turns out they're telling you the soft story, not the hard story. I've always insisted, tell the hard story. We can swallow the pill. Tell me what's going on.
Right.
Don't tell me things are fine.
Right.
When you know in your mind that things are not fine.
You have a son from this county in the person of Oliver Kine. He wants me to ask you, he's following this particular broadcast. You know, Oliver Kine is a very, very great journalist and radio talk show broadcaster in Monrovia. He wants me to ask you if there's a counseling program to help on undecided students on which discipline to take in terms of their enrollment.
Yeah, we have a counseling office that is headed by the Associate Vice President for Student Affairs.
Okay.
And there's a director of counseling. And in our office, there are several employees, both male and female.
Okay.
So students take advantage of those people. Planning courses usually takes place in the dean's office, and the deans tend to do a very good job, especially in placing freshmen. So if a freshman comes to the orientation, the freshman orientation,
right,
they will have a good picture of what we're offering. And of course, you know, most students come, they have their relatives here, they have their friends here, and they tend to gravitate towards the majors of their friends and their relatives.
Mm-hmm.
We always tell them, don't choose your major now. You can choose one, but as you go through your general education courses, make sure you find your niche so that you do what you are capable of.
Right.
Not just what your other friend is doing.
They're following.
Yes, not just following. But part of what we do also in the counseling office is so that they know. We give them these packages at the beginning of the semester. They're supposed to read them. We give an overview at the student orientation, but that's all we can do. We can't keep you 10 weeks to teach you to read your pamphlet. Read your pamphlet, go online and see what's there, and after your first semester, you can see where God is leading you. If your grades in mathematics are all C's and D's, it means engineering is not your area.
Right. I like that.
Don't choose engineering if you're getting C's and D's in mathematics. If your grades are B's and A's in mathematics,
and students listening, I hope you're following.
You could go into that area.
Right.
So you don't have difficulty in the end. Now, we don't compel students to choose majors. They're free people. They choose their majors. And sometimes it's difficult in the beginning, but then they catch up. So we're happy about that.
The president, let me stop you right there. The president of the Republic of Liberia now is domiciling on your campus. Someone would say, this is your chance for your 15 minutes fame. To squeeze everything out of him and make this campus. Because imagine how he described the so-called palace in River G, and hear him now relax in your facility. Are there some gravy coming Tubman University way? Can we see students and faculty licking their elbows in the sense that they're getting progress?
The first thing was when he came, the disturbance kind of cooled off. which we appreciate very much.
Oh, okay. Traffic.
Yes, he brought with him his cabinet, and the legislative caucus came. So we were glad that they could come. They met with the students who had these grievances. They are meeting again today with the same students. The Minister of Finance came with the president. This is his first time on campus since I've been here. I've been here this coming month, March will make me 3 years as president. I was here before as a dean. Then I left, I took another job, Tubman University, and then I was recalled to become president. But all of these things tell you that something might happen for us. You know, the university is a public university. We depend on government for everything. So if the president is here, I know he will pay attention to us in the future. The Minister of Finance is here. He will listen carefully to our needs and to the students' grievances, which are linked generally to what we can provide and what we are not providing. Because if the students have what they want, they're happy. If they're unhappy, it suggests they don't have what they want. And if I can't provide it, then I am at fault, and I take responsibility for that.
Looking back, this is your third year, right?
Right.
This is your third year. Looking back from the time you stepped your foot in this door as the president of this particular university, you think there will be something that you said, no, I could have, should have done this?
Well, yeah, personally, you look back and you say there were missteps. There can be missteps.
Of course, we're all humans.
I'm a Roman Catholic. We believe in confession, which other people don't do. And I do confess from time to time to the people around me and to the students. If we fell short in some area, we do confess, we do apologize.
Yeah, that's a sacrament we use always on Sunday.
So, but there have not been big steps that we missed here.
Okay.
When I came, there were no chairs in the classroom. And I announced to the people our priority to put chairs in, give every child a chair, give every room sufficient chairs so they don't have to move chairs from room to room.
Right.
So nobody today will say there are no chairs. In fact, we have an ample reserve of chairs in our workshop.
Wow, and something that the president is, yeah.
So chairs are not a problem. The next problem was the actual physical buildings. So this building is as new as me. It was completed 1 year and 2 months after I arrived here as president. This is where most of our classes take place. So that's clearly not a misstep to build a new building. And the only fault I had there was that I borrowed the money from a businessman, which I have not been able to repay. And so this is causing me some sleep time.
Right.
When you borrow money from somebody, you need to pay it back. But the building is serving its purpose. The other thing has been our labs. Labs are expensive. You know, when you're a student, you talk about lab, you think it's just putting a microscope in the room. When you talk of reagents,
right,
the supply for the semester can go as high as $60,000. When you have close to 2,000 students using the science lab, the physics lab, the biology lab, these things cost a lot of money. Every day there's usage. Water, electricity. You can't have a class here without water or electricity in the sciences, in agriculture, in engineering. So these things, they have a toll on our budget.
I understand the speaker, the current speaker graduated from here, right?
Well, when he was TC,
right?
Yeah, he got an associate degree here.
Here?
Yeah.
Is he getting back?
Well, the speaker is one of our best friends. The speaker speaks for the university. About 4 years ago, he donated a van that moved students between Plebo and Harper.
That's good.
But the van is 4 years old now, and you know.
Yeah, on the public bus.
Yeah, 4 years ago, the road was terrible. They just paved this road about 1 year and a few months ago. So the bus went up and down that road. We can't maintain it anymore. So the bus is only used to move security. You can't put too many people on it. We have a bigger bus that was donated.
So now it's not catering to students now.
No, it doesn't cater to students because it's too small now. because the government donated a huge bus for us.
Oh, okay. You mean
One of those Tata buses
yeah, the NTA.
that takes over 70 students a trip.
Yeah.
So
okay.
that bus now, and it's a
that
paved
other
road.
one, that other one moved down to
Yes,
Lower.
yes.
But is there any connection between this university and other universities across the world? It's coming from.
We're making an effort. We have partners from around the world. We have the typical partners in health. You heard about them.
Right.
PIH came to the university.
They're doing a lot of great work here.
Great work. They support our nursing students. There's another group called GIZ.
The European.
Yeah, they're based in Germany and Australia.
Yeah,
and they
I
are
work
helping.
with them too.
They're helping us with research. One of the smart rooms on the campus here was furnished by them. They had other plans, then Corona stepped in, and so they retreated a bit. About a month and a half ago, I got a call from the woman leading the group from Australia, and she was seeking my permission to write another grant. And I said, why not? Go ahead. Do all you can do. So we're hoping the grant will be successful and it will move back.
For the university?
They're helping us in public health and research. We also have friends at the University of California at San Francisco.
Okay.
The president there, Dr. Robert Nelson, he and I struck a chord and we became friends through the social media, and we communicate, regularly. He's looking towards supporting our graduate program, but as it stands, that university is only operating courses by e-learning.
And your graduate programs are going to look at what?
But my graduate programs, we're beginning with 2 programs.
Okay.
One in hospital administration, which we hope will be funded and supported by PIH, and the educational degree, which we hope will be supported by GIZ. They gave the initial support, verbal support, but then Corona stepped in. So Corona has stalled many things, including our move towards starting the graduate school. We're hoping that when the grants go through, we will be able to resume work in the graduate school as early as January.
Let me move the camera back to this particular building.
Yes.
And you have what her name, Helena Flomo. She said, Mr. Weeks, please ask the prof how much he credited the businessman to get this job done.
Well, from what I'm understanding, it's like $370,000, $380,000. We have not paid close to $100,000 yet. I think the amount we pay is close to 80,000 of that 300,000+. The building is huge. If we go inside, he provided everything inside there.
Oh, that includes everything that is.
He did the electrical work. He did the plumbing work. It's not just that he did just the cement work. It's a huge building. When you go in there, you will see it.
Ruben Siakor, you know one Ruben Siakor?
That's my cousin.
Your cousin. He said that he's very proud to see his brother Anthony Siakor. So they're watching. Prof, is there any other thing that, because down the president, we're getting word that the president will be wrapping up to go for that town hall.
Yes.
Is there any other thing you wish to add so we can?
Well, I wanted you to see the building.
Let's go.
Because the building is
Let's go. Let's do it.
It's a big necklace around my neck.
Let's do it. Let's go in there. You have hundreds watching. So again, for those of you following us, my name is Kwame Opa Weeks. I'm being taken on the panoramic ride to go viewing this particular campus, what used to be the Technical College of William V.S. Tubman, that is now been upgraded since the year 2000 by an act to the university level. And I'm talking to Professor President Wreh-Wilson and Mr. Siakor, and also Dr. Bob. So this is the building that he talked about. You see here, beautiful wooden door. All here, you see the ceramics there on the floor. All here, there's a bulletin right here. And we move here, EBA 2. These are the classrooms.
This is one classroom.
Wow. By Liberian standard, this is the state of the art. You see, beautiful classroom. I mean, you're learning in a quiet environment. You have another blackboard there. Students, like he just said, we can corroborate this now that you see there's a lot of chairs. You don't have to be running around like we used to be doing. Even those days in Zwedi Malacha, we didn't used to run with chairs around. So you have this metal gate. Yeah, go on, Dad. You have this metal gate protecting this particular section, and we move to EBA 03. Same classroom, except this one is more now in a landscaping form. You see the professor can rest there. You have the blackboard there. You have a couple there. By our standards, state of the art.
These are offices.
Offices here.
Those are closed.
Offices here. We move again to another class, this time in a more vertical shape. Look at that. Wow, I like this centerpiece. This is more like a relaxation center. Yeah, I remember this back. It was at the Wayne County University in Detroit. The same system here, except that was a little bit bigger. Yeah, we'll move to this one.
This is one of our bigger rooms.
This is very huge. Wow. And one good thing I noticed, Prof, is the floor. This is what's catching me.
Yes, the floor.
It's clean, smells good.
Well, when we call the price, so you can see.
Yeah.
All these times.
Yeah.
They were shipped from Monrovia.
Wow.
They were everything shipped.
And for those of you watching, to get this kind of building and the quality, especially us coming, you know, a bottle of soft drink that is sold in maybe in Monrovia for maybe 30 cents. Here, the price quadruples. So 3 times 4, you know what that number will be.
This is the female bathroom.
You have the bathroom there.
7 stalls in it.
Okay.
So you are a man, so you can go there.
No, I just have to show the female. So you see that there, and you see here. There's another classroom. Look at that. Look at that. Wow. Here is another classroom here. Mr. Kine says worth the money from what he's seen. Wow, this is another space that can be used.
Yeah, students sit
Yeah,
there.
students can hang around. Yeah, as they wait for class. And this is my thing.
This one
Wow.
is internet accessible, so when you're here, your internet will work.
So there's gonna be Wi-Fi here.
There's Wi-Fi here.
Okay, there's this water
Yes,
thing,
you
everything.
charge your phones here.
See that? You have charging ports. You have all here charging ports. And so you can be in the corner and just doing your lesson. You see there's another one right here in the middle. You know, you can have decks and so forth. And it's a sink in where we used to say back in the day, sink in the living room. The tiles, oh my gosh. It's another place there. Beautiful.
This is the male bathroom.
Male bathroom.
Yeah, so you can show
Okay,
it.
we can take
You
our
see how
camera
many
there.
stalls are in there.
Okay.
Oh, you lock it.
Okay. So you see here, I'm going to take another classroom. You can't beat this. Wow. Wow. Wow.
This is
Who is Sam T.G. Siako?
That's my nephew.
He says, say hi to my dad. So how come you're winning all the views?
These are 2 offices. The director for research and what's Bill's office again? What's it called?
Center for Excellence.
Yeah.
in Teaching
The
and
idea
Learning.
is
The
so
Center for Excellence in Learning and Teaching.
the idea is so unique. This space here, you can have a lot of tables, like desk tables and stuff with chairs around, and students can just, you know, wow.
There's the closer there. But this is a research center that
Okay.
was donated by GIZ.
The LRC.
Yes, it's like a smart room. They have equipment in there, so we keep it locked.
Okay.
We don't want people going in there.
And there's this massive exit. And it gives you a lot of, refresh air.
Yes.
Yeah.
When classes are in session. This is the office of the dean.
Okay.
Health sciences. Yes, this is his office. But classes are suspended, so nobody is here.
Wow. Wow.
You can see as an office. There are printers and things in this window.
Yeah.
We were afraid that you rush the building, something bad will happen in the air.
Yeah.
But we made sure that we solidified the
But
foundation.
this worth it. This building gonna stay here.
All these pillars support the building.
Yeah.
It has 45 pillars, right? 145 pillars. So
Wow.
the building is strong. Somebody said in the future, if they have money, they can put a second story on it.
On
We
top.
didn't have money for that. So we stopped at the first floor.
Because like what the president said yesterday, you can have all the best buildings. In the end, it is those teachers
Yeah.
who, the man can be walking with you and he telling you, teaching you, you're writing on your hand on somebody's back. But when you have the beautiful building, no teachers, you're in that. So he said that because he said that it is important that teachers get paid, to keep them in the classroom. Okay?
All the dignitaries on campus, I did invite them to come and see what we're doing with their money. That contrary to popular opinion, the money is being put to the best use. It's not possible to look at the need here and use money for other purposes.
Okay, Prof, is there anything you wish to add?
Well, I'm glad you could come.
Okay.
So Liberia will see, so the world will see that there's a place called Tubman University, and that it's open to all the children of Liberia, that we are looking for teachers all the time. We hope Liberians will choose this place as a place of work. I know the appeal of Monrovia. We all worked in Monrovia. I worked for the University of Liberia for 11 years in my youth. So I know the attraction of Monrovia. Nobody wants to leave Monrovia and come here. But some of us are doing it. Mr. Siako is here. Dr. Ba is here.
Yeah.
I'm here. We all work in that part of the country.
Yeah.
Mr. Siako was at Cottington for 13 years. Dr. Ba served the University of Liberia for over 20 years. I served for 11 and a half years. And we left Monrovia and we're here. So other people can join us. Our day will pass. We will need a new breed of Liberians to come here to do more than what we're doing today. And we encourage Liberians to send their children here. Let the children come. This is a good learning environment for them. Let them come.
Yeah.
We have teachers here. They will hear that we don't have teachers.
And if you really want to learn,
every
you come
university,
here.
every university, there's a small shortage. But as we find the people, we put them in a classroom. But if Liberians are not coming, what can we do? And we turn to other people. That's why we're looking for foreign people sometimes.
Thank you so much, sir. Let me go to Brother Sacco, final word.
Yeah, thank you again for this opportunity to just come and talk with us and to array the campus and see some of the things that we are doing. From our side, we are looking forward to infusing technology into learning and teaching here. Already we have a little database that can help process our registration, transcript, grade sheets, and with the project that we are working on right now with the Ministry of Education, hopefully by next semester we will have at a little scale smart board, some of the technologies we use in other institutions when we were out of here. And so this is just a glimpse of where the appetite of Liberians and even foreigners, so that they can see that at this part of the country, learning and teaching is taking place.
Thank you so much. Let's go let our father, traditionally, yeah, I would say
Thank you,
now.
thank you,
Put
thank
a
you.
put a lid on this thing.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Weeks, for coming to showcase our campus. This is the hope for the southeastern region of Liberia, and we will do everything that we can possibly do to make sure that this campus not only stabilizes but expands in quality and in excellence. Our focus now is designing strategies for internal revenue generation to sort of buttress the subvention of government. So our focus is on the university farm. And so we are appealing to whoever, particularly the government, to help us support the farm. Then we will be able to carry out a lot more that we need to do on this campus. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you, Doc, and thank you so much. I'm happy to have met you, especially with that story you explained about my father.
Oh, yes.
I'm so happy.
Yes.
They say the evil that men do lasts after them,
Yes,
but the
yes.
good is often interred with their bones. And
Yeah, your father is one of my mentors from Grand Gide. He helped me. He taught me he taught me to be very focused and not to be careless in life. So if I listen to him carefully, I don't think I will experience some of the problems that I experienced as a man being man. Yes, made mistakes, but nevertheless, I always think about what he said, and I really appreciate it.
thank you
And
so
I'm glad that I was able to verbalize that to him when I graduated from the medical school. I went to his house and thanked him for making me the kind of person I am. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Again, let me put my camera on this side and ask what his name, the communication director, to walk right in this. The communication director is no other person but Mr. Solo Otto Gay. What do you make of this? I'm overwhelmed.
Well, as I said last night, Tubman University is the best place to be. We have a very good environment for learning. You can send your children here. Even though, as the president explained, there are challenges, but at least we are little by little overcoming those challenges. And thank you very much, Liberian News Agency, for this exclusive interview. And we hope to have you another time.
Thank you so much, and goodbye. Don't forget to join us where the action is. The President of the Republic of Liberia will be doing few projects, and then he will host a town hall at that beautiful, beautiful city hall of Harper City. Till then, I'm Kwame Opa Weeks. Bye. Ciao.